Thank you, Dr. G. I hope that my speech can live up to my own introduction. We'll see. And if Dr. G, you could do me a favor and introduce me that way every time I enter a room, that would be great. Yeah, that would be fantastic. But speaking of attention, seniors, I have a number for you, okay? This number is 80,731. And because effective speeches involve repetition, I'm going to repeat that number 2 more times. I just can't stop teaching you. I just wanted you to see that. So this number, I want you to keep in its mind. I'll get to its importance in a minute, but it's 80,731, 80,731. Nice, call and response. Okay, I didn't teach them to do that, by the way. But now I have a question for you, okay? I'm gonna tie it to that number in a minute. What you need to know about this question is that it's one I've asked myself, and it's one that I want you to ask yourself too. It comes from Mary Oliver, one of the best American poets to have ever lived, and it goes something like this. Tell me, what is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life? I think that's a great question, but do you know what's even better? That number I told you earlier is the key to answering that question. So before you begin to wonder, I can tell you, no, that number isn't my salary. It's actually, thank you, yeah. It's actually more important than that. 80,731 is the exact number of hours it took for me to meet you from the moment I graduated high school in 2000-something to the moment you walked in my door that hot, humid summer day in August. Okay, now I know what you're thinking. That's a nice number, but then how is it the key really to answering that question? Okay, I'm gonna tell you a little story, okay? So almost 10 years ago to the day, a somewhat shy but abnormally tall teenager from a small town in Illinois, a town half the population of this island, by the way, walked off her graduation stage in high school with a full plan for her life. She was going to be an English major, get her master's degree, and finally get her PhD so she could fulfill her dream of becoming a professor of literature at some cool, small liberal arts college in some cool state that was not Illinois. Now, fast forward 9 years, and that girl is halfway through her PhD program. She is happily married, she's fallen in love with Mary Oliver's poem, and life is going according to plan. Spoiler alert, that girl is me, okay? And I'm here to tell you, looking back, my life really wasn't going according to plan, and here's why. I didn't know it then, but my husband was going to accept a job on Saipan, and I would follow him, leaving my fully planned and calculated life behind. And if you can't tell by now, I'm a huge planner, okay? I mean, I make plans about the kind of planners I'm going to buy, all right? Calendars are my BFF. So when I came to Saipan, all of my calendars, all of my planning became a jumbled puzzle that I couldn't quite piece back together or solve. But here's where everything comes together. The moment you brand new seniors walked through my door, I saw Mary Oliver's question float before my eyes and tug at my heart. Tell me, Sarah, what is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life? Well, seniors, the answer to that question formed exactly the moment you walked through my door. I understood what it meant to do with my wild and precious life as you all taught me more about the English language than I thought possible. I understood what it meant to have a precious life when you all would walk through my door at 7:45 in the morning with smiles that lit up the room, or when so many of you, even before 8 o'clock in the morning, would walk through my room and say, "What's up, Prof J?" I saw my life as precious when you all created logical fallacies that I'll never forget. I knew my life was precious when you all competed your hearts out in writing competitions against each other in class. And I realized my life was precious when you all created some of the most organized lesson plans about fake news that I've ever seen. And I knew I was answering Mary Oliver's question when you left my classroom at the end of every morning, and I felt my heart bursting with pride and love and sadness because I couldn't wait until you would walk through my door the next day. So in short, seniors, my message to you is this. Don't wait 80,731 hours to find out what it means to have a wild and precious life. If you have to wait a little, that's fine, but always ask yourself that question. If the answer means waiting and planning a little, then wait and plan. If it means jumping, then jump. If it means staying, then stay. If it means leaping, then leap. And if it means going, then go. You don't need me to tell you how capable and ambitious and amazing you all are. I will always tell you that. You need now, at this moment, and every moment that will become important in your life, to ask the question I'm going to ask you all now. Tell me, seniors, what is it that you plan to do with your one wild and precious life? Thank you.